In this quick video, I'm going to go over 7 things you're going to need to have ready if you want to start doing BPOs or get potential REO listings from banks. The good thing is these are very simple to get, and honestly, most of them are going to come for your company or your broker. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and create a new folder on your desktop. Call it REO Company Docs, REO Application Docs. Just call it something to do with REO so you remember this is your main location for everything you need to apply for these companies. So once you get your document in your new folder created, the first thing you want to get a copy of is going to be your own valid state active real estate license. If you're applying for multiple states, you want to have one for each state. But you need a copy of your active license. It's got to show your license number and it needs to show the expiration date of your license. So that's number one. Almost all the other items, except with a couple, you're going to have to get from your broker and from your company. So the next thing you're going to need is your broker's active real estate license. You're going to need a copy. Now here's another bit of advice. When you're making these copies and put them in your file, get a PDF version and get a JPEG version. A majority of the platforms are going to call for PDFs. Some will allow JPEGs. It's a lot easier when you're building this folder. Just build one PDF and one JPEG for each item we're going to go over in this video. Okay, so you've got your license, you've got your broker's active license. Number 3, you're going to need a copy of your company's active license. Okay, go ahead and have this ready because a lot of these clients are going to ask for the company information. Because you want to make sure that you have your broker's license number, your company's license number, and active license that show an expiration date out from when you're applying. If you're applying and these licenses are about to expire, you're going to have to go reload every one of these. But it doesn't matter. Apply and deal with that later. Okay, number 4. Number 4, you're going to need a copy of your broker company's E&O Insurance, okay? You don't need the whole policy, you just need the deck page. That's what you're going to end up uploading to all these platforms is the actual debt page. Now, there's one major criteria. You need to show a minimum of $1 million coverage. Anything under $1 million is going to get you flagged from a lot of companies, and they're not going to allow you to enter their program or get in their portal or get potential listings without having enough E&O insurance. But this isn't a problem. Most of the bigger companies are going to cover this or even a lot more. So $1 million isn't a lot to ask. But trust me, you need a minimum of $1 million. If your broker doesn't have it, you're going to have to get them to increase it to $1 million to get potential business. Okay, number 5, you're going to need a copy of your broker company's general liability insurance. Okay, every broker is going to have one, and it needs to show 2 things. It needs to show a $1 million and $2 million aggregate. Okay, that's pretty common in the industry. There's probably companies that have a lot more than that, but that's pretty common. That shouldn't be an issue. But you need a copy of the general liability insurance showing at least $1 million to $2 million aggregate. Okay. Number 6, you're going to need a copy of a signed W-9 from your company. The more recent it is, the better. Some companies will require you to try to get a new one, but you need to go ahead and have a copy of your company's signed W-9. Okay, that's really important because you're going to be asked for this for almost everything. You might be able to get paid directly for BPOs. That's a lot to do with your company, so you might have to have one yourself, but you're definitely going to have a copy of the company's signed, filled out W-9. Okay, number 7. Now this is something that you're going to provide, and that's going to be a zip code list of your coverage area. For me, I mostly cover 2 counties, so I've got 2 counties, not including Alabama, 2 counties that are, my zip code list. And that's what most clients are going to go by. You're going to want to have this in 3 different formats. You're going to want to have a notepad format, and all you need to do is open your notepad on your computer, copy and paste, throw all these numbers in there. But you need a notepad version. Trust me on this one, this will come in handy at some point. Next, you're going to need an Excel format with all your zip codes, Excel spreadsheet format. And third, you need to have a Word document format. So have those 3 formats ready to go. Have each of the 3 ready to upload because this is going to be very important because you're going to have to do this in every platform you apply for, no matter if it's BPO or an REO company. Okay, before I give you the bonus one that's going to come up periodically and it's going to come up with one big client that you definitely want to apply for, I want to talk about one thing that I'm really not including in this video, and that's an REO resume. I don't even really have one. I never use one because all these platforms are going to ask you generally for all your criteria anyway. Some of them will have a place that you can upload a resume, but it's not necessary. But I do want to show you this one example. Google REO resumes, there's a ton of them that'll pop up, so you can copy that format if you want. If you've already got a ton of experience, that's great. I just don't personally use one because it's really just not necessary. Here's another tip that a lot of people aren't going to tell you, but here's a little secret. If you want to find out every possible REO company out there, go through all these resumes and look who people put down as their clients. Now, you'll see here a lot of these clients are back in the old days. Most of these companies aren't even around anymore. A lot of these were back in the days when Fannie Mae used to outsource. So you're going to see a lot of names that won't necessarily apply, but it's a great way to find out what companies are out there giving business, because as soon as an REO broker or an agent gets a new client, it goes on the resume or it goes on the list of clients. You definitely want to build that list as big as possible. So the last thing I want to talk about is something that just came up for me, and I haven't seen it but one other time, and it was a client I really didn't even work for, so I didn't worry about it, but that's crime insurance. And this one client, they want you to have crime insurance. This is a very good client. They're a very big client. They're a great client to get in with if you can, but you've got to have crime insurance. Okay, that'll about do it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll be more than happy to answer. And as always, thanks and have a great day. Hey, by the way, if you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe button, the bell, whatever. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great day.